in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the Chicago Bears. Men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And we are underway from Ford Field. Jamal Agnew now to return it. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Lions making their way out, led by their 32-year-old quarterback. Hard to believe he's in season number 12 now in a Detroit uniform. Quarterback Matthew Stafford.
When I think of Matthew Stafford in Detroit, I think of numbers, and I mean passing numbers. 40,000 yards passed in his career last year before a back injury landed him on the IR after just 8 games. And to show his value to the team, the Lions lost all 8 games started by either Jeff Driscoll or David Blau. They need a healthy Matthew Stafford in order to compete in the NFC North.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
In addition to his really good hands, Marvin Jones makes big plays downfield. Ended up missing the last month of the 2019 season. Still had 62 catches for nearly 800 yards. And even more importantly, 9 touchdown catches included in that number. When Marvin Jones goes downfield for a pass, oftentimes he finds his way into the end zone.
And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
The 42-yard line.
Second and 11. A shotgun snap for Stafford. This complete to Jones. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to start them out when you do that.
15 yards for the Lions there on a first down. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone. Because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
32-yard line.
I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
2nd down and 5. Stafford looks to throw again. And that'll will be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a third.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. To the air again, Stafford. The throw for Khalil is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Kyle Fuller. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Mitchell Trubisky taking the field to lead Chicago. Trubisky, the Ohio native, went to North Carolina, then drafted by these Bears as the #2 pick in 2017.
We've seen a lot of ups and downs in the young career of Mitchell Trubisky. 3 years with the Chicago Bears, and he's a young quarterback still learning on the job. But what numbers do you trust with him? 8-7, 15 starts last year, but he was 11-3 the year before. The Bears offense, though, in 2019, just 25th in passing and 29th overall. They're looking for Mitchell Trubisky to elevate his game and bring the Bears along with him.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Trubisky toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. Now allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense, because they forced a 3rd down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively, and then they got hit with that big play.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Flushed out right. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a 1st.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on 1st down. And Graham's got it. Complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a 1st down. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their 1st drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off, because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
They'll run for it with Montgomery. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle 3rd of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line, he provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, Trubisky. He can run, diving for the end zone, and the ball's knocked out. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
We're scoreless after 1. Second down and 8. Out of the gun, Stafford. And he finds Danny Amendola. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
At the 35.
One of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On first down, it's Stafford. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
Stafford sacked.
And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Operating from the gun, Stafford. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback because that was awfully close.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He's taken down. And, partner, it's safe to say that the secondary really contributed to that sack.
Yeah, nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They covered everything. Nowhere to go with the football. But my question is, why didn't he throw it away?
Here comes the Lions punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Now a fair catch taken, maybe a yard or two shy of midfield. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return, and it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, We're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. Demetrius Harris, the intended target, but it'll be second down.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Here's second and 10. Now it's Trubisky. The connection made. It's Graham. 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
One of the first big plays we've seen in this football game, and could that be the play that gets this game jump-started? It's taken a while as both teams have tried to settle in. Maybe now the pace will accelerate.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. This is caught. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down.
Well, I haven't met an NFL player yet that doesn't use criticism as an edge, and Jimmy Graham has heard that a number of people think he's near the end of his career. He didn't put up the numbers he should have put up in Green Bay with Aaron Rodgers. I think he's going to play with a huge chip on his shoulder. Nice catch there, and he wants to show.
And will fight his way in, not giving up there, and he's got a Bears touchdown.
Chicago.
A 3-yard touchdown run as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Second effort there. He was determined to find pay dirt, and he did.
I think that's a great example of what coaches talk about, a back that runs behind his pads, and he uses pads to get him into the end zone.
Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it was David Montgomery's touchdown run that polished it all off. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Detroit's offense ready to take over. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's Kerryon Johnson, 3rd-year man from Auburn. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line.
Johnson, the ball carrier.
Akeem Hicks that time on the tackle.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Now a throw left sideline here is complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Stafford looking middle, and it's incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson, but it's going to be 2nd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Second and 10. Throwing again. Stafford. Open man. He's got him. The tight end, Hawkinson. And a loose football. I think the Bears have recovered. They have. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
And this is one of those bang-bang plays, Charles. Did the knee hit first or did the ball come out first?
This is where you need that 20/20 eyesight, don't you, Brandon? You've got to see which one happened first. If the knee hit the ground, then they will keep possession.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
Two minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. He's got his man, T.J. Hawkinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Stafford to his second-year tight end, Hawkinson, for a Lion first down.
8-yard line.
First down now, but that clock rolling. On first down, Stafford here. Caught by Jones. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
2nd and 5 at the 43-yard line.
The Lions need to move. They're hustling to the line now. Throwing again on second down. Stafford. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Throwing again is Stafford. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. It's Khalil Mack that time, shooting in there to get him to the ground.
And there's a familiar sight, Khalil Mack putting a quarterback down in the backfield for another sack. I know he only had 8.5 sacks in 2019, so a lot of people wrote that off as, hey, what's going on with Khalil Mack? You do realize he's getting doubled and tripled on just about every snap.
but that was the first time since his rookie year of 2014 that he finished the season with less than 10 sacks.
Here's Jack Fox now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 23-yard line.
So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one's been a hard-fought battle to this point. 7-0 is the score, with neither offense really able to get on track. But let's not waste any time. We'll get you right back out to Brandon and Charles for the second half.
Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
David Montgomery.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
The tackle made.
It's a 1st down following a gain of 3.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
brings up.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
From just shy of midfield, Trubisky, and he finds his tight end, Graham. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 41-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. So 2nd and 10 now here in the 3rd quarter from Detroit. Now Trubisky over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to get it that time to Ted Ginn, and it's 3rd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 26. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going, and if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Play fake to Montgomery. Now Trubisky stepping up. He'll try and run. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
7-yard pickup.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Second down from the 8. They can get a first down by reaching the 5. Trubisky will throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Christian Jones coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
But enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. Here's Trubisky to throw. That's caught by Montgomery. And they're able to corral him right around the 8, and that's short of the first down. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Matt Nagy has made the decision. They're going to go for it here. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And it's caught. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run with Montgomery, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, and the Bears will extend their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it was David Montgomery's touchdown run that polished it all off. After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. To return, here's Agnew. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we were talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 23. He'll throw from the gun. He completes it to Jones. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. From the gun, here's Stafford. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. To throw again, Stafford. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Khalil Mack able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Lions go for it on 4th. It's Stafford. It's caught. Jones. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 43. Operating from the gun. Stafford. And it's caught here. Amendola. And he's taken down inside the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. But correct me if I'm wrong. You know, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Now a 1st down throw. Stafford is complete to Jones. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Here's Swift. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
And they have just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
The ball carrier.
What a game this defense continues to play, huh?
Yeah, they've been aggressive from the first snap, and they've controlled this ball game. But right now, if you're on the other side of the ball, you got to match that aggressiveness. No points so far in this game. Moving the football, got to be that way to go against them and try and get some points on the board.
And I'm curious on the defensive side if they stay aggressive, because you know they want to pitch this shutout.
Yeah, they have to be aggressive, but they also have to be smart about it as well, because one mistake can turn into 6 points. They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Here we go on 4th. Stafford. And it is incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Bears will get the football back. So now with a little over 2 minutes to play, the road back gets very difficult.
Difficult, but still not impossible if they go ahead and play this thing out. Now the defense has to come up big. They've got to go for a strip of the football on each and every snap to try and give themselves a chance.
The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. A real chance for them to salt this game away after that turnover on downs, holding a 2-score lead in the fourth quarter. They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. It's a pickup of 3, and we have now arrived at the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. He's going to have the first down past the 20. And they will finally get him down to the 27-yard line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And now he'll tuck it and run. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Second and 14. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Trubisky on the keeper.
Brandon, I can just tell you from experience, there's nothing like pitching a shutout on defense, but even more so when it's a tight game. I mean, when every defensive play is crucial and you don't give up any points, boy, they're going to feel awfully good about themselves after this one.
Yeah, exactly. The offense wasn't humming, but, hey, all they needed was you can't score 1 point. All they needed was 2 points. Well, you can't score 2 points on offense. All they needed was at least 3, and they got what they needed.
They got what they needed. Exactly right.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears, and they did it in shutout fashion. Impressive.
Would it be too bland of a statement to say they didn't have the greatest day offensively? I mean,
did enough, though. Did enough, but yeah, you're right.
Most games, it wouldn't have been enough. So they've got to go into the locker room and applaud their defensive mates and say, guys, you really carried us today. We'll try and get you back next time. But as for today, you guys were nails out there.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long, everyone, from Ford Field.